Good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Vishnu Doerga with Action Invest Caribbean Inc. and bringing you the 10th episode of the Who's Who in Guyana business TV show. We have now hit our 10th episode, and we're very happy to be bringing this education to you, the opportunities about all that's going on in Guyana, so that you can also make wise business decisions and learn more about how to run a business, what some areas are that you can improve. And as always, make sure that you know that you can get your business promoted in the directory that you can see behind me. We have the third edition coming up in a couple of months. So if you're not in as yet, make sure that you get in. And if you need more direct one-on-one support, reach out to the team, Action Invest and ActionCOACH Guyana, so that we can really help you accelerate into the future. Today we have education by Ms. Rodlyn Semple, and after the break, I will be joined by Coach Keon Smith, who will be taking us through a bit of supply chain. So I'll leave you now with Rodlyn Semple, and she's actually going to be talking today about food safety and standards in food safety. So see you after the break.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to speak to you this afternoon on an interesting topic, food safety management systems. I know for the past weeks we have been covering quality. So for companies who are desirous of implementing other standards besides ISO 9001, you have others. And this afternoon, we will look at the ISO 22000. You're probably wondering, what does the 22000 mean? ISO standards are categorized based on numbers. Standards that fall within the range of the 22000 series are those which are related to food safety. Any organization that is involved in the manufacturing, transporting, selling, packing of food, it is your responsibility to ensure that food product is safe. We're talking about safety from hazards. Now, these hazards are considered as the chemical, physical, and biological agents that are present in the food. Many of us have encountered from time to time instances where we found a piece of hair, glass, wood, object in the food. That's the reason why we need food safety systems. Food safety systems protect an organization from litigation. It ensures that that food product is meeting required standards. And as you know, in order for certain food to be exported to countries, you must demonstrate that the food is manufactured under safe conditions. One such standard that can assist manufacturers include the ISO 22000 standard. The scope of this standard is applicable to anyone who's in the food chain, and it allows you to implement systems that will monitor, identify, and control those hazards. These hazards need to be controlled to a level that it will not cause any impact on the individual who consumes it. Just like the ISO 9001 standard, the Food Safety Management System standard requires the organization to put certain systems in place. In addition to you having a management system, you're expected to identify those hazards that exist within the food chain. You're expected to identify a food safety team. You're expected to identify those critical control points that are required to kill, to inhibit the growth of those microorganisms. For more information on how ISO 22000 can benefit you, contact us on telephone numbers 501-0110 or send us an email at iso@actioninvest.org.
Northern Italy is the home to some of the most highly respected engineering groups and manufacturing centers in the world, such as Ferrari, Maserati, and Lamborghini. It is here that a small town with an elegant and emblematic name is home to a business known around the world for its quality and engineering expertise. The town is Reggio Emilia, and the company is 18 Sound. 18 Sound is a leading designer and manufacturer of high-quality professional audio loudspeakers with the most advanced development and manufacturing technologies in the world. We are known for our highly acclaimed and award-winning product line of cone speakers and high-frequency compression drivers. With individual barcode signatures on each driver, our database can provide you with birth certificate data sets of your unit. We're constantly developing innovative and reliable components, and we distribute our products worldwide through our extensive 18 Sound distribution network. When you expect quality and precision, let 18 Sound provide you with unequaled performance. Get your original 18 Sound speakers today from A. Ollie & Sons, the sole distributors for our 18 Sound brand in Guyana, Suriname, and French Guiana.
Tired of the hassle of running around looking for solutions? Worry no more. WM Services is here. We specialize in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, and generator services. As a residential, commercial, and industrial dealer, our trained and licensed team is waiting to bring you peace of mind. Make the call now. Telephone 611-4326. Email wmservicesgy@gmail.com or visit our website www.wmservicesgy.com.
We help to simplify the adoption and acquisition of ICT services. Our services include ICT infrastructure for hotels, malls, and commercial buildings via fiber, copper, or wireless, technical training in fiber optics, cabling and surveillance, plus fuel and fleet management solutions. J.D. Karn ICT Guyana Incorporated, an ICT engineering company. Your success is our business.
Camille's Academy, Inc. We are the premier provider for private education in Guyana, and through our mission, our excellent team delivers a well-balanced curriculum that integrates technology and innovation to our educational programs to inspire children to reach their highest levels of success. Enroll now for nursery, primary, and secondary level.
Check us out at any one of our 4 locations or contact us today.
Camille's Academy, Inc. Be inspired to innovate.
Thank you very much to our sponsors as well, to making sure that this program comes to you every single week like clockwork. You would have also heard from Ms. Rodlyn Semple, our ISO consultant, telling you a little bit more about food safety and what that could mean to all of us as consumers, but also to the companies who bring food to our tables. Now I am joined by Coach Keon Smith. Coach Keon, welcome to the show, and I know that you have quite a bit of education to share with us today, so all over to you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Doerga, and pleasant good evening to all the viewers tuned in. I absolutely love sharing in business education, as this allows persons out there to receive information that they can use and incorporate into their businesses and their organizations. So for this evening, we are going to be focusing on understanding value chain and how does that help us as businesses and organizations to improve and to grow our companies and our organizations. So this value chain, it's a concept that was developed by Michael Porter, who is a renowned business guru. And this framework was created so that persons can analyze the interdependent activities within their business. And this means from raw materials sourcing to production, and finally getting that product into the hands of the customers. So in a nutshell, the value chain analysis is a streamline of the processes that takes a product from concept to the market. Now, these internal and integral linkages, they are supported by the communication between your primary and your secondary activities. So we are going to dive into just giving a bit overview of what these activities are. So the primary activities in a business or an organization starts from its inbound logistics. And this can encompass activities such as the procurement or ordering the products, to receiving it, the method in which you're using, to housing or storing those products. And it involves the aspects of inventory management. From the inbound logistics as part of your value chain, you then move on to operations. And this involves the processes and procedures that leads to training. It could be new material handling. It can take the components into the manufacturing aspect if you are a manufacturer. Or how do you ensure that your procedures and your processes are clearly outlined to ensure that you can convert that raw material into the finished product that your customers will enjoy. And this takes us to the outbound logistic aspects that speaks more along the line of the distribution of that product and or the selling of the services. And it can include areas such as your packaging. It can include your marketing outlook, the brand awareness that you want to create. All of that is identified when you're looking at your outbound logistics. We then move on to the element of marketing and sales more specifically. And this would involve your advertising, depending on the platforms that you would like to choose to ensure that your product or service reaches the right target market. This can involve the pricing strategy. If you want to do a market pricing, if you want to do market penetration pricing, so you start with a low cost and then you move up. So all of those are different strategies that you can think about in your value chain process. And we then have the after sales services. This can involve its installation if it's a company that does equipment, etc. It can involve training, can involve following up with your customers. Now, the reason why this is so important for you to map out and analyze your value chain is to ensure that one, you can reduce costs. And this is by examining the elements in your value chain to determine if there are more efficient and or effective ways to execute those activities. So the primary activities of the business, they're heavily supported by the secondary activity. And this most likely involve the human aspect of the operation. So whether it's the infrastructure, it can be your location, it can be the management structure of the company, involves your strategic planning activities, to your human resource management, which is more along the line of recruiting and training, and ensuring that you have the right people on the bus that can add to the effectiveness of your company's operation. It may involve aspects of the technological improvements, innovation coming into the organization, and how all of those activities, which includes procurement, can add up to improving the profitability of the organization. So I would encourage persons out there, if you like to understand your value chain and you like to go more in depth with one of our coaches, that we can work along with you to come up with those strategies that you can implement to improve your value chain, then you can always reach out to us on 223-5583. One of our team members will be more than happy to take you through the process where you can book that complimentary session with one of our certified business coaches. So Dr. Doerga, just a quick reminder to our viewers, it will be important for you to start identifying your value chain and determine how it can help to improve your organization or company.
Thank you very much, Keon, and great information. I know that we have a video queued up that actually takes people through the 6 steps that ActionCOACH uses, and this is narrated by the founder of the company himself, Brad Sugars. So thank you, Coach Keon, and we'll be sharing some more information about how the entire ActionCOACH system works. Thank you.
You know, every business owner dreams of building an amazing business. And to build a better business, you really do need to build a better business plan. Ultimately, you want to build a business that works, so you don't have to. A commercial, profitable enterprise that works without you. And that's where Action Coach comes in. Our 6 steps to building a better business is really the recipe or the system to building a great business for you, your family, and your future. It all starts right at the base level. At the base level, we use a term called mastery. Mastery is broken into 4 basic steps. And the main aim of mastery is very simple. It's to eliminate the chaos in your business. If you want massive results, we've got to look at your direction mastery, where you're going, the organization, how it's getting there, your time mastery, how we're doing with productivity. Then we're going to look at your delivery mastery, making sure the customer gets what they need, turning that into money mastery, of course. And then we need to climb that ladder. The ladder to massive results moves up, and we kick into the marketing side of things. You know, with marketing, many people get distracted and think, this is all too hard. If we could break it down and make it simple for you. Take it down into just 5 ways: leads, conversion, number of transactions, repeat business that is, average sale, and margins. Each of these has multiple strategies that your action coach can work with you on. And then it's about your systems. Systems, what are they? The system stands for basically save yourself time, energy, and money. We have a 9-step process to developing that systematic methodologies in your business so that not only do you have predictable cash flow, but you have efficient delivery within your business. Ultimately, stability, cash, time are all part of the massive results phenomenon. But then we've got to move and we've got to say, I don't run my business, my people do. We've got to build that team. Six keys to a winning team from us here at Action Coach allow you to build that commercial, profitable enterprise where the team runs it. The people in charge build the business for you. Now, once you've hit those basic 4 levels, then what we're looking for is to turn your business into a massive synergistic growth machine. That's right. It's running without you now, and now we can expand. Now we can grow the business to multiple locations around the world. But ultimately, it's the level of goal that you're after. And that's why we bring the final point of our 6 steps to that of freedom. Your freedom, the freedom to sell the business, the freedom to let the business run without you. Whatever it is you're looking for, the team at Action Coach are here to help you build a business that works so you don't have to. Come join us. Come hang out with us. Let's build a plan together for you and your business.
Very good. That's where we had Brad Sugar sharing with us the 6 steps to a better business. And many people, when they actually meet us, the first thing that they talk about is their team. And one of the things that they can sometimes complain about is the level of demotivation that is taking place in the organization. So I wanted to very quickly share with you today what really makes up the motivation that happens with persons. And this is a little bit on the science of motivation. So people have neurological motivators, which means that they respond to not having pain, moving towards pleasure. They want reward. They're also not wanting punishment. People do want to pick a direction for themselves in their lives, and they do want to improve themselves. And then people also move on to the highest level, which is transcendent purpose, which basically means why were they placed on this earth? What is their reason for being on earth? Some of you who are familiar with Tony Robbins, you'll also know that he has really outlined the core human needs that people are also looking for, which is the need to be loved, the need for variety, the need for growth, the need for certainty, making sure that they know what happens next, a need for significance, and a need for contribution as well. And in order to really allow people to discover their motivation and to learn fastest, we do need to put them in a situation where they get to discuss how things affect them, learn via experience, but more importantly, be able to teach other people. Because understand that if someone, and even if you, the fastest way for you to understand if you actually know what you're talking about is to teach it to someone else and to measure if they understand it. If they still don't understand it after you've taught it to them, guess what? Maybe you don't know that concept well enough. So teaching is also a very quick way to make sure that people really get motivated and that you raise your level of motivation as well. Because if you know what you're talking about, there's a lot of power in that. Now, there are two ways, right? Two ways to really get change. One is hypnosis. If I were to start hypnotizing you right now and saying that you must learn this or you must remember this, or, which is not the easiest way, repetition. And always remember that repetition is the mother of all learning. When you learn something new, how many times do you actually start doing it for the rest of your life? It usually takes you practicing it one time and then the second time in a programmatic way, week after week, until it turns into a habit and you have a new way of delivering. Now, in organizations, people are usually really good at focusing on the systems, on the brain side of the organization. So they know the processes, they know who's in charge, they know a lot about their products, they know a lot about their procedures. What we have found over our past 7 years of operating in Guyana, that people don't focus on the hard side of the organization, the soft side of the organization, the behaviors that they really want, the relationships that need to be built, the level of communication. I can't tell you how many times people are really struck by the poor level of communication that takes place in our organizations, the level of backbiting and gossiping and not getting the clear instructions and guidance on what needs to be done. Leadership, again, if you don't have management, stepping up to leadership is very tough, because if you start motivating people who don't know how to deliver, they'll just do stupid things faster. Now, keep that in mind, think about it. And then the overall culture in the organization. If you have a very weak culture in the organization, guess what? Your results are going to be very poor. If the culture in the organization is one that is very strong, very progressive, it is so much easier to get the results that you are seeking. Now, if you want to go deeper into this particular field, I would strongly encourage you to reach out so that we can measure the level of engagement that's happening in your organization right now. You get a fully customized report that allows you to understand the level of engagement, what is the culture like at the moment, and your own people will also be telling you where a significant amount of attention needs to be placed in your organization. So if you are interested in getting that insight, reach out so that we can support you with that. We'll take a quick break and then I'll be back with an announcement that is sure to have you participate and have you really get on board with what's happening here in Guyana. See you after the break.
We help to simplify the adoption and acquisition of ICT services. Our services include ICT infrastructure for hotels, malls, and commercial buildings via fiber, copper, or wireless, technical training in fiber optics, cabling and surveillance, plus fuel and fleet management solutions. J.D. Karn ICT Guyana Incorporated, an ICT engineering company. Your success is our business.
Tired of the hassle of running around looking for solutions? Worry no more. WM Services is here. We specialize in heating, ventilation, air conditioning, electrical, and generator services. As a residential, commercial, and industrial dealer, our trained and licensed team is waiting to bring you peace of mind. Make the call now. Telephone 611-4326. Email wmservicesgy@gmail.com or visit our website www.wmservicesgy.com.
Shopping with Ali & Sons is now more easier than ever. Find your product, click Add to Cart, click Proceed to check out, enter your email, click Continue as guest, enter your name and address, choose your delivery options, click Continue, then click Place Order. It's that easy. One of our customer service representatives will contact you to confirm, and in several hours, your items will be delivered to your door.
Precision, integrity, dependability. It's not just about the people. It's about the services you provide and every piece of critical equipment needed for the job. When failure is not an option. GCS Inspections.
There you have it. Just the last segment you saw about the Growth Club, and Growth Club is our quarterly planning session. This is where 30 to 40 CEOs come together, and for the past year, we've been doing it virtually. I think just last couple of months ago, we were able to have a combined event with a few people in the room, of course, observing the COVID guidelines, but then also with a virtual event that allowed for many other businesses to participate. Now, this session happens every 3 months, where we take one complete day, one full day we take out, we sit together, we look at the last quarter, look at what worked, look at what did not work, and then we plan out the next quarter. What exactly do we want to achieve for the entire year? And then we break it down to 3 months, and we break it down to weekly. So everyone is very, very clear on what they need to achieve on a weekly basis. And I can guarantee you that this is one of the main reasons why all our clients are able to grow so fast. Now, the big announcement is that our next Growth Club is coming up on Friday, June 11th. So if you are interested in participating in a one-day planning session to make sure that your organization moves forward at a very rapid pace, make contact with us so that you can benefit from being part of this session. And a second announcement is that we've actually, and this is NSB Omega, has set up a WhatsApp group, especially for people looking to new employment, either they're currently unemployed and they're looking for a new job, or to also know what's happening in the hiring field in Guyana. Feel free to send us an email, and you can always, wherever you see this on social media, just send a message to that page so that you can be added to this WhatsApp group. So 2 announcements: if you are in business, take part in our next Growth Club, call 223-5583 in order to be able to register. And if you are an employee, if you're looking for employment, send us a message so that we can add you to the WhatsApp group. Now, it has been a true pleasure being with you on this episode, and we look forward to seeing you again next week. Take care.